Hi everyone, welcome to another reading with Hummingbird Spirit Rising. So I did just record a love message. It wasn't the happiest message, not that we should expect everything to be happiness all the time, but I just felt like I wanted to do another message to see if anything else comes out. So again, it's a timeless reading, so it's for whoever needs the message at whatever time you see the message. It's not sign specific, so we'll just see what comes out. And this time I'm going to be using this deck, which is the Spirit Animal Oracle deck, and Whispers of Love to get our oracle cards to start the reading off. So let's do Spirit Animal Oracle first of all. Let me just shuffle a little bit more. See if we get something different from the first message. Okay, so let's see what comes out. So this is like an overview or heart of the matter. We have tend to the small things. And let's get a Whispers of Love card as well. And I don't know why I felt like looking at the bottom of the deck. Hummingbird Spirit, be here now. And this was part of my inspiration for how I chose the name for the channel as well. I'll leave that upright out of view of the camera actually. Interesting, I just looked at the other deck I've got ready, called Goddesses, Gods and Guardians Oracle cards, and that one was in there by accident because sometimes I use multiple decks together, and then when I'm shuffling and putting everything back together after the reading, occasionally something will get stuck, and that one was in there, Attraction number 44, and that is from Queen of the Moon Oracle deck, so I don't know if that will be relevant, but it's in there for a reason or not, we'll find out. So let's get you a Whispers of Love card as well. I'll just give that a couple more shuffles as well for this particular reading. That fell out so easily, just like smoothly. It was like a gymnastic move. Love makes the difference. Love helps heal past hurts and provides a sense of security and self-worth. Okay, so let's put that like that. And oh, you know, I knew this was going to be visible again at some point. When I was shuffling, that card came into my mind, the Union of Hearts. A love connection defies explanation. Yeah, I was literally shuffling them. It didn't fly out, but I kept thinking Union of Hearts, and I could see it in my head. So I thought that's going to come out at some point. Right, so I'm going to use the Everyday Witch Tarot for the main spread. So I'm just shuffling again. I know not everybody likes shuffling, but you can always fast forward if you hate the shuffling. So, heart of the matter, or the main focus or theme of the reading, the main focal point. We have 3. Oh, wow. Okay, we have 3. Okay, I'm already getting something, but I'll save it. I'll reserve my my comments. The Lovers, the Devil, and the Wheel of Fortune are the cards we've already got. I'm already getting fated connection, but we'll see what happens, because the Wheel of Fortune is can be to do with fate, destiny, completion of cycles, new cycles. And the Lovers, it's a connection, it's a love reading, it's a deep connection. The Devil, it can be negative. It is about, it can be fears, it can be toxicity, but it also can be sort of feeling bound or held back. But we'll see what comes up. So let's look at your energy coming into this reading. What energy are you bringing in? You flew out easily as well. You've got a lot to say. 5 of Swords. Just move that up a little bit more. So you're showing up as the Five of Swords, and any external energies or external people, what's there, what are they bringing to the situation? And everything's flying out really easily in this one. The other one was a bit more difficult. We've got the Page of Wands, Nine of Cups, and Seven of Pentacles. And, oh, lost focus. I'm hearing ready. And then I'm getting that Alicia Keys song, Unthinkable. I'm ready. Okay, let's get past energy. Six of Pentacles. And I'm feeling like this is past. Well, it is past energy, but possibly someone that you already know, but we'll see. Current energies at present for this. We get the King of Swords, sorry, and that King of Swords came up in the previous reading, but the energy feels a bit different. Yeah, the energy feels a bit different for this one, so we'll see what he says. And next we're going to get the potential future energies. And remember, I did say in the previous video, free will is a powerful son of a bitch. So whatever you see in a reading, it can make a lot of predictions or whatever, or certain energies can come up, but free will overrides everything. I personally have had some amazing readings where either it's the readings are for the future, because I've also had non-love related readings where they're for the future, and the stuff, this is like years ago, these readings like 2+ years ago, and the stuff is passing now, it's actually happening now. The love readings I've had, it hasn't gone the way expected, and either it's because it hasn't come to pass yet, or because free will is involved, and free will, yeah, as I say, overrides everything. You can't make anyone do anything. The energy can be there, the potential can be there, but it's our choice, it's other people's choice, and that's what creates the outcome, our personal choice and free will. So that's why you shouldn't try not to be too disappointed if things don't turn out the way you want. So this is the, I'm going to put that back because I wasn't concentrating, I was yapping on. This will be the potential future energies based on what we've got so far. I just like to point that out there because I know that people can be disappointed and say, oh, well, the reading said this and the reading said that. And number one, if it's a general reading, sometimes it just isn't for you, it's for someone else. And if I see a reading, it can be amazing sometimes. And I'm like, you know what? I actually enjoyed watching that reading just for the sake of watching the story of the reading, not because it's relevant to me, but it was just lovely. Or sometimes it's not relevant to me as in it resonates, but there might be a little bit in there that is useful, like it's a light bulb moment, and I'm like, you know what, I can use that in my life even though it's not specifically relevant to me. So anyway, I'll stop yapping on. Potential future energies, Five of Wands, and advice please. Five of Pentacles and Six of Swords. And you know what? Although we've got a few cards out that can sometimes be considered negative, like the Five of Swords, Five of Wands, and Five of Pentacles, that's actually quite a bit that looks negative. I don't feel, it doesn't feel bad. It feels more like a projection with some of it, like the Five of Pentacles feels more like a projection than something that will happen. But let's see what comes up. But this energy feels a lot different from the other one. The other one was really heavy, and it wasn't bad, it was just a bit heavier. This one feels lighter, despite the fact that we've got some cards that are a bit dubious looking here. So let me clarify, and I am clarifying with a deck by Barbara Moore. I think it's called Tarot Your Way. It's one of the very first decks I got, along with Rider-Waite. I have to say, Everyday Witch is I think that's my favourite out of all of them. And then this one that I'm going to use to clarify is one of my favourites as well. Right, so let's clarify that focal point first of all, and then we'll tie everything together. So we've got the Lovers, the Devil, and the Wheel of Fortune. And as I say here, I'm getting like a fated connection. And with that Devil, I would say I think it's intense with the Devil. That's why the Devil showing up, because it feels really intense. You know, and you feel so drawn to someone that it's like, what the hell is this? And even if you wanted to resist it, that's the word, irresistible. Even if you wanted to resist it, it feels irresistible. And sometimes it's not just about sexual attraction, which it could be. There could be heavy sexual energy here, and we'll see what comes out if that gets confirmed. But it's more just feeling tied to someone where it's like, I couldn't even escape these feelings if I wanted to. So yeah, let's clarify the Lovers, the Devil, and the Wheel of Fortune. We've got the Emperor. We have the Star, and we have the Two of Pentacles. And then that Star is wishes, hopes, renewal. That can be associated with destiny as well, especially when it's with the Wheel of Fortune. I'd say the Wheel of Fortune is more, is it more fate? I don't know, but the Star I definitely see more as destiny, because they are slightly different. Fate is like fated events, like fated meetings, but you have a choice what you do with it. Destiny is where there's a strong calling for something, and it's like it's destined. It's not to say, because you've still got free will, so even if you're supposed to be destined to do something or be something, you still have a choice. But it's like the energy is there that if you want it, it's destined, you can have it. And I'm sorry, I know I chat. Actually, I'm not sorry. I know I talk a lot, but I'm really quite passionate about doing readings. So yeah, that's why I talk so much. I don't always talk this much. Some people have said I'm very quiet in general life. Right, so as I say, we've got connection there. It's obviously looking very intense, very powerful. It's fated. It's probably destined. Again, free will. So although the energy's there for it to be destiny, it doesn't mean that you have to choose it. And then we've got the Two of Pentacles as well, which is a choice, and the Lovers is a choice as well. The Emperor feels like external energy. It does feel like external energy. And I'm hearing control with that as well. And when you are really drawn to something or feel bound by something, naturally you would want, it's natural that you'd want to take control, or to get your control back. So it's almost like this Emperor, they know what they're drawn to, they know what they wish for, but there's a bit of back and forth with it, maybe about whether to go for it or not. So if this is external energy to you, it could be someone that you're involved with that they feel destined to be with you maybe, but there's still some back and forth for some reason. Let me get one more clarifier for that and see if it brings any more light to what's going on here. Four of Pentacles, okay. Yeah, this person is going back and forth between having a feeling that it's destiny, it's fate, etc. But then it's like they don't want to open up with that Four of Pentacles. And I keep saying now that the Four of Pentacles to me is like holding your cards close to your chest. It would be in a love reading, it's like protecting your feelings. You want to feel safe, so you'd struggle to open up. So that's what I'm getting for that. Let's look at your energy. You've got the Five of Swords as the energy you're bringing into this. Let's clarify and see what it says. Ten of Cups. I'm assuming that if it's such an intense connection that you would feel this too, it's not just one-sided. We've got Temperance. Okay, this is already starting to make sense now. The Lovers again for you. Oh, and the Devil again for you. Wow. So I imagine that you feel You feel as bound to this connection, and you feel it as deeply, which I was just saying, as the Emperor. And with temperance, temperance is also connection, and it's divine as well. It's like a divine energy, isn't it? So it probably is very much a divine connection. I would say that you desire that 10 of Cups, and that's the energy that you're bringing. You're like ready for it. You're like, yep, come on, let's bring it together. Let's bring it. I know sometimes people talk about 5D, etc. Energies and everything. If it is something that's destined within the ethers and the 5D, then it's like, come on, let's bring it from heaven, down from heaven to earth, and make it real. 5 of Swords. So what's the 5 of Swords about then? If you've got the 10 of Cups with that, why would that be showing up? I'm hearing tricked. It's possible that you feel this connection. It could be that sense of it's too good to be true. With this 5 of Swords, that you're conflicted and you think it's too good to be true. It could also be that, I mean, if this Emperor's going back and forth and not opening up, then I assume that you're not together. Or even if you are in contact with each other, it's not clear how things are going forward. This person isn't opening up. And it's like you feel tricked by the universe, that what the hell have you made me feel this intense connection for? And made me dream about having this 10 of Cups if this isn't going to happen. Like, what is the point? But yeah, tricked, the word tricked is coming up a lot. And the situation is playing on your mind, or has played on your mind quite a bit. Let's look at the external energy. So we got the 7 of Pentacles, 9 of Cups, and the Page of Wands. I'm getting hesitation in this. So this is that external energy. So that would be the Emperor. The 7 of Pentacles, it can be said as reap what you sow, or is it worth the time, energy, and effort? As I said, I got the Alicia Keys song as well. I'm ready, unthinkable. And it's like, I don't know if action's been taken yet. I feel like it probably hasn't. Or if it's someone you've known before, it could be someone who was a friend, or just someone, however you know them. There's like a foundation there already. I don't think this is a brand new person. And I'm not saying it's an ex either. It's probably not an ex, to be honest. I don't feel like it's an ex, but it probably is someone that you already know in some way, shape or form. And I would say that they want to put the effort in, and they're wishing for it, and they're ready to do it. Even though they are going back and forth and struggling to open up, I would say that they're ready. Let's get a bit more clarification. That song is just going through my head constantly now. And that came up in another reading that I did when I did the all messages for each individual sign. I can't even remember who that came up for now, but yeah, that song is in my head. Not the same part though, just the I'm ready part. So let's clarify. 7 of Pentacles, 9 of Cups, and Page of Wands. 4 of Swords. Yeah, they're ready, but it's like that stage of contemplation. And when I did a reading yesterday, I saw the 4 of Swords. It wasn't this deck, it was a different one. I think it was Rider-Waite, where the hands are together like a prayer, like that. And it felt, when I did the reading, so like that the person, and it's unrelated to this, was praying for something. So it's almost like they're meditating, they're praying, they're contemplating, they're ready. Let's get another clarifier for that. Seven of Swords and 7 of Cups. Yeah, they may be contemplating, they may feel ready. You've got a lot of 7s here, so it's like that 7's energy is when you are in the contemplation stage, or yeah, you're contemplating. 7 of Swords, to me, it feels like the person's thinking it's a risk. I'm not sure why it's a risk, but it feels like a risk to them, going for what they want with you. I know sometimes people see 7 of Swords as deceit, lies, etc. I sometimes see it as an escape plan in certain situations, or an escape, but this time I'm seeing it as it's just a risk. And then with that Seven of Cups as well, Seven of Cups, yes, it's looking at different perspectives. It's dreams, dreams in both senses actually, dreams as in what you desire, and sleep dreams. And to be frank, because you have someone here, okay, because you've got someone here, I don't think they're sleeping, they're just resting. And then you've got the Seven of Cups. I wouldn't be surprised if this person dreams about you, because this is their energy, external energy. They dream about you quite a lot, in both senses of the word, as in when they're asleep and they dream, desire. That Seven of Swords as well, it's a risk, but it feels like it's stolen thoughts, like where I don't know how to explain it. Somebody's stolen you, somebody steals someone else's thoughts. I don't mean literally, I mean it in the sense of when you think about someone a lot, and it's like they're stealing your thoughts, because they're like taking over your thoughts, should I say. And maybe you don't want them to, but you can't stop thinking about them. So it's like they've stolen all your thoughts, and they're in there instead. And that's something else I'm getting from that. But this is their energy, so it would be in reference to you, that you're stealing their thoughts, or you're on their mind a lot. Okay, so let's move on to the Six of Pentacles, which is past energy. So as I said, I feel like this is someone you already know. So that to me indicates that there's already a foundation, and that there has been some degree of give and take before. And it's quite positive. It looks positive as well. It doesn't look like it was however you've known them before, it was completely shit. It doesn't look like that. It looks like it was quite nice and reasonably balanced, and quite friendly and generous. You may have helped each other out with something, or one or the other of you has helped the other one with something. Because the Six of Pentacles can be generosity and gifts. Let's get a bit of clarity on that. Knight of Swords. Three of Cups. To me, that's a card of friendship, support. It can be celebration too, but I feel like it's more about friendship and support, which goes with that, what I was saying about the Six of Pentacles, where there's been give and take before, and you might have helped each other with something. I'll get back to that Knight of Swords in a minute. Get one more for that Six of Pentacles. The World. A cycle may have completed with that person, as in the way your relationship, okay, that could mean that the cycle of we've got the Two of Cups on the bottom of the deck. The cycle of friendship that you had with that person might have completed. So whatever happens going forward now, Two of Cups is probably the next, because remember I mentioned destiny and everything. It's like that part's over. So now whatever happens next, it's going to be Two of Cups, where you explore the connection. Knight of Swords. I would say there's been communication between you in the past. I'm going to clarify that Knight of Swords on its own, just to get a bit more info about what that's about. The Knight of Wands kind of wanted to come out then, but it didn't quite come out. I'd say that any I'll still clarify it, but I would say that any communication you've had in the past, it's been brief or short-lived, meaning, so like maybe you had one day where you were messaging each other back and forth for a few hours, and you had a nice good conversation that flowed and everything, but then you didn't hear from each other again for 6 months. Not because you had a disagreement or anything like that. It's just, it's like in and out kind of energy. Like when you're in communication, it's good and it flows, but then as quickly as it comes in, it just disappears again, just like that. Let's get another one for that. Oh, sorry, for the Knight of Swords. So One came out, Two of Swords came out, but I don't want to take it because I feel like I was chatting too much and didn't concentrate on the question. So for the Knight of Swords, please. Death for the Knight of Swords. Knight of Cups. I'm still getting an in and out energy with the Death card, and I know that seems weird, but it's like as soon as the communication comes in, it's gone. With Death, it's gone again. But then when it comes in, it's very caring communication, and not necessarily caring as in confessions of how you feel about someone, but just generally caring and generally, I'm not sure how to explain myself. You know, you have people that you speak with sometimes, and just the way you speak to each other, even without like using words like love and being blatant about it, there's just such a sense of affection. Like the energy is just the energy of affection between you, and you speak very softly to each other. And even if you disagree on something, you're just so respectful with the way that you speak to each other, and it's just peaceful because his face just looks peaceful, and it's like you can literally feel the love and the affection without having to speak it at all. I'll get one more for that, but as I say, it's like it's just such brief moments of communication, in and out, in and out. I mean, you could have known the person for like 10 years, probably not that long. But yeah, it's just very brief moments of communication, then back out again, then come back several months or several years later. I'll get one more for that Knight of Swords. Oh God, 3 have come out now. I don't know if that's going to be helpful or not. Okay, yeah. So we've got the 2 of Wands, the 10 of Wands, and the Fool. So the Fool, I'm going to take it again, is in terms of the communication. It's free. It's a very free sense of communication where you probably wouldn't tell each other how you feel romantically, but any other conversation that you have, you just really feel free, and it's just a nice feeling, a really nice feeling. The 10 of Wands, to me, and the 2 of Wands is like a bit like an elephant in the room, where you know it's more than romantic, but this may be a connection where neither one of you has even said how you feel. You feel it intensely, but for whatever reason you just haven't expressed that. But yeah, the elephant in the room, so it's a bit of a burden where you sort of holding there, because ones can be communication, can't they? Well, I know swords are more communication, but I was thinking of the 8 of Wands. And their action, they are action. If it's the 8 of Wands, it's communication, or the Page of Wands, it's communication. But it's like just holding back on action, holding back on communication. So there's a bit of a burden where one or both of you in the past have just held back from sort of choosing to make your feelings known, or to state what you want to happen. So we're going to move on to the present energy, which is the King of Swords. And I feel like this is the other person, possibly. Let's have a look what the King of Swords. I would say it's somebody who wants to communicate. Okay. Yeah, somebody who wants to communicate. Judgment, answering the call. And I'm thinking phone call for some reason with that coming up. They might want to phone you. Or it's just that in terms of answering the call, it's like they feel like you're calling to them spiritually, or they're called to you, or there's just a sense of calling there where you're drawn to something and you just hear it. And I was going to say possible telepathy. I mean, there's not really much here to indicate telepathy, but spiritually, I feel like whatever you believe in spiritually, whether you believe in angels, spirit guides, guardians, whatever, it's like they are like translators for the messages between you. Like, not literally, not sort of saying that you literally hear words. I mean, you might, who knows, but it's like the angels or whoever are speaking to both of you, sort of letting you know that the other one is thinking about you, possibly. Again, with that King of Swords, I do feel like it's more the other person's energy, this desire to communicate, but there's that waiting energy. I mean, like, are they waiting for you to come to them, or are they looking out to you, wanting to come to you? Let's have another card for that. I'd say there's definitely been a lot of waiting around, but it's clear that there's a call in there, that someone's been called to you and you're being called to them, and I guess the call hasn't been answered quite yet. Six of Cups, yeah, I would say that this has been going on for quite a while. This waiting has been going on for quite a while, this sort of hearing the call or feeling that you want to go to them or that they want to come to you, that's been going on for quite a while, and there is a strong desire to communicate, but there's no pentacles there, so it probably hasn't happened yet. Let's see what comes out next. And this is presented, oh, as I say, I would say that's you, Queen of Pentacles. I would say that here you are quite stable at present. Let's get one more. You're in a very stable energy, and you just know, you know your worth and you know what you value, and that may be, I would say that you probably don't want to rock the boat. So you probably haven't instigated any communication or anything, because you just feel like you're doing really well. And then going from that Five of Swords cards, where I said it was either you feel like it's too good to be true, or you feel like the universe has tricked you. Maybe you feel like if you try to communicate with them, it's going to rock the boat, where maybe you'll talk to them, and then it's that same old communication, that brief communication, and the back out again, and then you'll feel disappointed or something. So it's like you feel like, nah, it's not worth it. I'll just focus on me and what I'm doing and just leave them to it. And then when if they're ready to come in and say what's what and take the lead, because I think for myself personally, I do feel like the masculine energy, not talking about gender, but masculine energy should lead the relationship. I'm not saying that they boss you around, tell you what to do, because I hate that whole submission stuff. That just triggers the hell out of me. But in terms of leading the relationship, like lead with love, initiate, show you how to love, how to be loved, how to treat other people. Let's get one more to go from that Queen of Pentacles, which I feel is your energy. I feel like you're nurturing yourself, to be honest. Yeah. With the Chariot coming after the Queen of Pentacles, it's there's a part of you that would like to probably reach out to them and get things moving, and the other part is like, well, no, I'm gonna sit here and chill and let it come to me. So let's look at that Five of Wands as potential future energy. Let's clarify, because I'm not certain just yet what that means. Oh, I'm hearing the word gossip, although I would expect the swords to be more gossip, but let's see. Five of Wands. Okay. Five of Pentacles, Five of Cups. One more. And then Six of Wands. It could be gossip, to be honest. Or there could be some kind of interference. There could be some kind of interference that that kind of leaves one or both of you feeling a bit hurt with that Five of Pentacles and Five of Cups. Got the Six of Wands there though, let's see. And then Ace of Cups. There could be gossip that hurts you, however. The Five of Wands could also be the challenge. It's a challenge of overcoming any feelings of being hurt or being left out in the cold. And this could be past. I know this is the future energy, but it's a feeling. I think I said projection at the beginning, that some of this is a projection. So, you know, like maybe if you have friends that you talk to about relationships and they're kind of, you know, and you have friends that are on a kick where they're like, oh, I hate all men or I hate all women, and they just try to bring things down. And then if you show any interest in anyone, it's like they try to find all the negatives in the situation and put doubts in your mind. And then that leaves you feeling hurt and you feel stupid and you sort of think, oh, well, why would I even bother? This person isn't interested. You know, there's just that interference. And sometimes they're right, sometimes they're wrong, but it's for you to decide. And even if you make a mistake, then what do? You learn from it and you pick yourself up and start again, don't you? But you shouldn't let any interference stop you from doing anything. It does feel like gossip and people in your business, to be honest. I mean, you've got the Six of Wands here, which is like success, isn't it? Overcoming challenges with the Ace of Cups. Let's get one more for that. So the potential future energies, it's not necessary. It's not, as I said, it's not set in stone. And one thing I've found in having other people do private readings for me is the future energies are only a tiny, tiny, tiny part of my story. It's not my entire life. Whatever they say, it might just be one small thing. And as I say, because free will is involved here, maybe there's not a future to see other than this little part, because you don't appear to be making a move towards the person. They don't appear to be making a move towards you. So what's the future? There's nothing there yet. There's nothing there until somebody takes some kind of action, or until they make a very, very decisive decision where they're not going back and forth, where they're adamantly like, right, I'm going to do this. Then there is no future, really. Let's just get one more. Queen of Swords and Ace of Swords. Okay. So I would say this is future energy coming up again. If you get people that are interfering and trying to put you off, or even if they do, but you may not be able to tell them this, then you're going to have to you might have to tell them to shut the hell up and leave you to your own thoughts and your own devices. Because here, I feel like this is you. It looks like you will kind of successfully just put any other person's thoughts to the back of your mind, and just focus on how you feel with the Ace of Cups. Focus on your feelings rather than what other people are saying. And the Queen of Swords, she's quite assertive, so if anybody's talking any bullshit and trying to bring her down, she will kind of tell them to shut the hell up. Ace of Swords, you need to focus on your own feelings and your own clarity within the situation. I mean, yeah, don't ignore any blatant red flags, but then if you feel there are red flags, you communicate with the other person if you're able to. So let's look at advice. We've got the Five of Pentacles and Six of Swords, and I did say that was a projection, meaning that maybe from yourself or from both of you, you fear being left out in the cold with this person, or you feel like they're going to leave you behind with that Six of Swords, or they feel like you're going to leave them behind or have left them behind. Let's get a little bit more for that advice. We have the Tower. Yeah, it's like a massive fear that things will fall apart, I think. Anything else for the advice? Ace of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles. I would say with the advice, stop worrying. Try not to worry so much about if this person, if you don't already know the situation, if it hasn't been made adamantly clear, try not to worry so much about feeling left out in the cold and like things are going to fall apart and that they're going to leave you behind if you don't already know the answer, if they haven't already been clear with you. Let's get a bit more before I clarify the Ace of Pentacles and the Nine of Pentacles. Yeah, you've got the Ace of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles, Four of Cups, and the Sun. I would say with those four cards together, beware. If an opportunity arises with this person, pay attention. With that Nine of Pentacles, I know sometimes because you had the Queen of Pentacles before under here somewhere under all these cards, and I can't see her now. She's there. Yes, be independent and focus on yourself and what you're doing, but don't miss an opportunity. Don't get in your own head. You need to communicate clearly with the other person and have them communicate clearly with you before you make assumptions. And don't be so focused on yourself, as I say, that you miss an opportunity where you've let other people get in your head, basically, and put you off. Because sometimes you can have people in your family that are like, oh no, you shouldn't be focused on that. Don't let anybody come in and mess up your stability and blah blah blah. I mean, yeah, 100% look out for your own stability, your own independence. But I mean, if you want to reject someone because you feel like it's not worth it, you know whether or not that's the best thing to do. But trust yourself that you know how to deal with an opportunity, and you'll know if it's right for you or if it's not right for you. And then you have the Sun there. So as I say, just make sure everything's clear. All your communication is clear, so there's no room for any kind of confusion. So where it says tend to the small things, I know it's coming to the end of the reading now and I'm saying what this is. That would be that Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles. That's you tending to the small things. Love makes the difference. Love helps heal past hurts and provides a sense of security and self-worth. Yeah, there's a projection here. Fear of being hurt, I think I may have said somewhere, although there's so many cards, because there's that person was reluctant. You were thinking that it's too good to be true. Don't be afraid of love. Don't be afraid of it. There are no guarantees, and I've repeated this already, and I'll probably say almost every reading. There are definitely no guarantees, but the more you love, the more your heart opens and the better opportunities come towards you. So I'm gonna now get one more oracle card from the Goddesses, Gods and Guardians, and that was the one where the attraction card came out, remember? And I did say it was before I even got the spread out, I said there's probably a very intense attraction going on. And you had on the bottom of Whispers of Love, that union of hearts, a love connection defies explanation. Oh yeah. And I did say I felt like that card was going to come out, and there was that intense connection where it's like, is it too good to be true? I don't even understand this. Why is it so intense, kind of thing, feeling bound. So let me just shuffle these a little bit more. Oh God, there's a card in here as well. I've just seen it in the shuffling. Strength. Why strength in there? And it is actually from the Everyday Witch Tarot. I'd guess that would mean courage for you guys, to just have the courage to do what you want. And yeah, this is what happens when you have quite a few decks and you do readings quite often, and you just mix them up. Well, I do, because I use quite a lot of cards when I do my reading, so things end up getting mixed up. So one more card of advice from this deck, which is the Goddesses, Gods and Guardians Oracle cards. Sacred Marriage, wow. And what else? We'll get you another one. I think there is potential here. I think there's real potential here for something major. I mean, with those cards like the Star, the Temperance come up at some point. I can't even remember now, but it is like a sacred kind of connection. Oh, a few came out, and I don't know if I should take them. Okay, yeah, I will take them. We have end of a cycle, and remember I said that cycle of friendship is probably over now, and that what happens going forward is going to be more relating to the romantic side of your involvement with this person. No more hiding. Again, you both of you, I mean, I'd say probably more for them, but you can't hide anymore. You just they have to let their feelings out, and so do you. You can't hide it. It's the connection's too intense and patient. So be patient with yourself, I would say. Yep, there was Temperance actually. Be patient with yourself in all of this. Any negative feelings that you have, just give yourself grace and be patient. And it's not wrong to feel negative emotions. You just have to go through it, don't you? Just go through it, let it happen. Shall I get one more? We'll get one more. I don't usually use this many oracle cards as advice, but and more multiple cards come out. Tell the truth, which I feel that both of you would need to do with each other. Be honest about how you feel. And soul family. With that soul family card, that could be the divine sort of being pushed together kind of thing. If you believe in it, you may have ancestors that are like rooting for you to be together. And that could be soul family. You're probably part of each, well, you are part of each other's soul family if you've got a connection that strong. And maybe this soul family can help you as well. You know, where you had that energy, that five of one's energy, that would be the gossip, the people that are kind of shitting on your parade kind of energy. Maybe you want to avoid them, and the soul family are the ones that are going to support you. They're going to be the ones that support you and boost you up and help you if you're feeling down, and they'll be there for you no matter what. So that's it for now. I hope you enjoyed that reading. I'm looking forward to doing more readings for you. As I said, I did not intend to focus on love readings at all, but that's what I felt drawn to do today. So hopefully you took something useful from it. If you didn't, there'll be more readings, and maybe your story will be in another reading. But thanks for watching. Take care.